Welcome back. All right, so in between the first and second period of two games that are being played right now, I have time to do the review for this game. The review for the Penguins and the Rangers, as long as the second period intermissions of those games are equal. Then we'll talk about the Pittsburgh Rangers game after. All right, so basically, Florida, they deserved this. They absolutely did. They were the better team through most of the game. But there were points where I thought, maybe Washington's going to steal one. So the Florida Panthers avoid that whole President's Trophy curse tonight. So it's Bobrovsky versus Samsonov. There's an early snow angel by Bobrovsky to make a save. So the Capitals in on the net. Hathaway and Ekblad both go to the box. It's 2 minutes of 4-on-4. Forsling has an opportunity that was held. Samsonov then denies Bennett on a 2-on-1. The shots are 4-1 for the Panthers at 2 minutes. Right out of the gate, you can see they know that they need to play desperate hockey. This is what we need to see, right? From a team that's down in a series, that desperate hockey, which we saw in every game yesterday with teams that were down 2-1. Caps get a power play. Panthers don't let the Caps set up. When they do set up in the second minute, they have a cycle. Lindell clears one out, and the penalty comes to an end. So, relatively simple, straightforward penalty kill by the Panthers. Hornquist steals one. The Panthers press. The Caps, though, they go back to the power play, and they score on this one. It's Oshie from Carlson and Backstrom at 7:15. That one was through a screen. So Dowd then has a rush chance that deflects out. You can see that the Capitals are starting to get a little bit of momentum in this. There wasn't a lot of times where they had momentum, but this is one of those times. Panthers not getting sustained pressure either in this one. The shots are 7-5 in favor of Florida at the half. Marchman has a poke at Samsonov, which draws a crowd because he had the puck, so you can't just poke at the goalie when he's got the puck. Panthers press. They don't get shots out of it, though. Huberdeau fires one wide. Jensen has a shot that deflects wide. We have another 2 minutes of 4-on-4. And then, during the 4-on-4, Verhaeghe scores from Ekblad and Bennett at 14:08. So he scores that on a rush. It's a 2-on-1 goal, and that ties the game up at 1. So entertaining back and forth game to this point. Panthers look for another during the 4-on-4. Panthers end up getting a power play after that's done. Reinhardt has a chance saved. Duclair fires one wide. Schultz, after the kill, he then gets a break. That was defended by Huberdeau. Huberdeau had a good defensive game, I thought, in this one. Panthers press with 2.5 minutes left. Sherry goes beast mode, but can't tuck it in the net when he does. McMichael has a rush, and Forsling defends on that. So after the first period, it's 1-1. But the shots would tell you Florida was the better team, and the shots are accurate. Second period, at 12 seconds, there's a Panthers delay game. The Caps go to the power play. Panthers kill it off. Not a lot of good opportunities, if any, for the Caps during their power play. Panthers then out of 3-on-2 that was defended. Pressed by the Panthers draws a power play. Reinhardt was denied. Reinhardt was all around the net tonight. Barkov fires one wide, and then Duclair is a blast that goes high. Near miss by Ekblad on a face-off win. The Caps managed to kill that off. Panthers go back to the power play, though. A good cycle. Caps cleared out. Favari comes out of the box. He gets a break. That was saved. Huberdeau then had a rush that was saved. And Sherratt with a near miss. It ends up going off the post as the Panthers were pressuring, looking for the lead. Another Panthers power play. So they had a number of power plays in that period. So Samsonov keeps making big saves, and the rebounds were being cleared. The rebounds were there, but the Caps are clearing them out. We end up with the Caps killing that off. Achari then had a rush chance that was kicked aside. 6:05 left. The Caps get a power play. That leads to a shorthanded Huberdeau rush. That was defended. Doesn't get to the net. And then we have 43 seconds of 5-on-3. What's interesting is Ekblad pleads his case, but it's actually Bobrovsky they give the penalty to, which allowed them to put, I think it was Reinhardt they put in the box, because you don't put the goalie in the box, right? It would be really interesting if the NHL changed that rule. Oh, that'd be really popular. Anyway, so it should have been Ekblad. If you look at the replay, it should have been Ekblad, but they gave the penalty to Bobrovsky. If you're going to be 5-on-3, you'd rather have Ekblad out there. So kind of works out. Carlson would exit. He would come back. The 5-on-3 ends. Montour, who was the first guy out of the penalty box, he would clear it out. Lusterinen then is denied. Carlson was back. The Panthers killed off both penalties. Bennett then has a shot that's saved and fires a rebound high. So, after the second period, the shots are 23-11 in favor of the Florida Panthers, but the score is still 1-1. And so this is where I start to think, we might be seeing a steal here. But, third period, Panthers start with a press. Huberdeau can't bury on a rebound. Verhaeghe has a chance that's defended. Sherry then fires one high on a rush. Weegar had a rush chance that was defended. The Panthers are controlling things, but they're not getting shots on net at this point. Shots were hard to come by that first 5 minutes. There was another press by the Panthers at 5 minutes. Caps using the bend, don't break defense. Very simple. You give them the zone, but you make sure they don't have anything towards the net. It's not the same as a prevent defense. It doesn't make you angry, but it has a similar effect, right? So Hathaway has a rush chance that's turned aside. Backstrom had a net feed to Mantha, near miss there. Duclair then has a net feed that's cleared. Mantha had a rush chance that was blocked out. Ovechkin to Oshie on a 2-on-1, that's broken up. But at 9:31 on a turnover, and it's a controversial turnover if you're a Florida fan, Kuznetsov scores from Ovechkin and Oshie. The Panthers felt that Bennett, who had the puck, and Oshie gets the puck from him, that Oshie struck him in the head. And that it was a high hit. It was a shoulder to the head. There was no penalty on the play, obviously. It leads to a goal for the Capitals. Bennett would exit a little bit. He had some blood on his jersey too, but he did come back into the game. So, yeah, the Panthers weren't happy with this, and that's a goal that puts the Capitals into the lead. So, definitely some frustrated Panthers on that one. So, we then had Giroux to Barkov. Samsonov saves on that. Eller had a rush chance that was held. Ekblad then has a chance to deflect wide. With 4 minutes left, it looked like a Panthers power play. They are setting it up. They're all around the outside. They're taking control. Johansson then in alone. Bobrovsky saves. Huberdeau was then denied on a rush. They would pull the goalie with more than 3 minutes left in the game because Florida, you do this. Ekblad has a blast that goes wide, and then Reinhart would tie the game. He scores from Huberdeau and Barkov at 17:56. Just when you're thinking Samsonov might be ready to steal one, that's tied up, and then the Panthers press for the lead. But we go to overtime. This is where during the regular season, I would say, and both teams get a point. During the playoffs, that doesn't happen. So early Panthers press in the overtime. The Caps clear it out. The Caps can't set up a press during that overtime. Panthers then press at 3.5 minutes. Kuznetsov has a rush chance to defend it. It was a chess match 4.5 minutes into this. We're not seeing shots on net. It was like the third period. Both teams keeping the other to the outside. Rushes both ways, but actual shots on net hard to come by until Verhaeghe would score on what was the second shot of the overtime for Florida from Ekblad at 4:57. So 3 seconds before our shootout in the regular season. Postseason, doesn't matter. It's 5-on-5. You still get that goal in the first 5 minutes. So your final score is 3-2 for the Panthers. They avoid the dreaded 3-1 down. They tie the series at 2. Your 3 stars in this one are Reinhart, Bobrovsky, and Samsonov. The shots are 11-7 Florida in the first, 12-4 Florida in the second, 7-5 Florida in the third. They had both shots in the overtime. They outshot Washington 32-16. Honestly, Samsonov almost stole this one. Power plays, the Florida Panthers 0-4, Washington 1-5. The hits, there was a lot of hits. 56-46 in favor of the Capitals, so over 100 hits in this game. Bobrovsky 14 saves on 16 shots. Samsonov actually had the better night. He ends up with 29 saves on 32 shots. So, Florida now gets to go home with the series tied, with a chance to, if they win Game 5, come back to Washington for Game 6 and try to end it. Or, of course, Washington could go to Florida, steal that game, and then have a chance to come home and get the series won. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again probably between the second and third period of these games about the Rangers in Pittsburgh.